What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be talking about the information that we have all been waiting for. The confirmation for who will be the true villain of this current arc in the Black Clover story. Now, we definitely had our hunches, but the most recent chapter revealed a ton of useful information and really connected all the dots in a big way. For that reason, there is a ton of stuff to talk about, and that is exactly what I will be doing right here in this video. If you enjoyed the Black Clover content on this channel and you want to see more, please leave a like to let me know, it really does help. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. That way you won't miss any of our future uploads. You can also check me out on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar for all the latest Black Clover news and updates. And finally, this video will of course contain Black Clover manga spoilers. We're dealing with the latest events in the story, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. Chapter 227 continues at the exact point where the previous chapter left off, with Asta forcing his way into that space where the Queen of Hearts has apparently been hiding. The woman on the throne of the Heart Kingdom turns out to be just a doll. Asta is naturally weirded out by this, but he does feel some sort of key coming from within this space. And then, Asta is even more shocked to see a woman snuggling the beaver. Yes, you heard that right, and no, I am not making this up. I don't know, man. This isn't even me making innuendos for the purposes of humor, like the Asta sword thing in the last chapter. One of the translations that I saw while doing research for this video literally has this woman saying, "Snuggling the beaver feels so good." And to be honest, the official Viz.com translation is possibly even worse. I don't even know. Let's just move on, okay? So this woman who was hidden, I guess, behind the throne was actually snuggling a huge beaver mattress thing, and I guess she was sleeping because she is apparently in her pajamas. We learn right away that this woman is very clumsy by nature. The water spirit Undine calls the woman Loropechica, and Undine admonishes the woman for not having changed out of her pajamas. Sakura and Asta are confused about who this woman is and whether she is really the ruler of the Heart Kingdom. By the way, I know that due to conflicting translations, there has been some confusion about whether the person who uses the water spirit Undine is a princess or a queen. I've been saying queen because it appears that she is the one ruling the kingdom, and a princess is usually the daughter of the actual rulers and not the ruler herself. But the official Viz.com translation does use the term princess, and hold on, because it's about to get even more confusing. The chapter then switches back to the battle between Mimosa, Noel, and Finral versus Gaia. Gaia is impressed by the magic of his opponents from the Clover Kingdom, but their attacks were unable to do any real damage to him. He then immediately catches up to the fleeing guests from the Clover Kingdom, and Noel is shocked by how quickly and effortlessly Gaia is able to catch up to them. Gaia then suddenly does a complete 180, and instead of attacking them, he goes down on one knee to apologize for attacking them in the first place. He says that he forced them to have this battle in order to test their magic level or magic tier. As we know from previous chapters, these tiers go from 9, which is the weakest, to 0, which is the strongest. The Princess Queen Beaver Girl then explains to Asta that battles between mages aren't fought with numbers, but by the strength of their magic. So basically, it doesn't matter how many mages team up against one mage. If that one mage has significantly more powerful magic, the large group of mages still doesn't stand a chance. Beaver Girl then takes this concept to the national level, explaining that whichever country has the largest amount of mages nearing tier 0 is likely going to be the strongest country. On top of that, fighting demons, aka devils, requires magic that is tier 1 or higher. I mean, we know that this is not the case when it comes to Asta, but Asta ignores this and he just gets right to the point. He doesn't even ask what's going on here and what's with the whole almost drowning him thing. He just tells Beaver Girl that they have learned about a demon's curse that resides within the Heart Kingdom and they were looking for information about it. When she hears this question, Undine thinks to herself that only the spirit guardians like Gaia know about the curse, and she also thinks to herself that they mustn't speak about the curse to anyone. But Beaver Girl just lifts up her shirt, again, I am not making this up, and she reveals that there is a demonic curse right on her abdomen. She also says that at this rate she will likely be dead in a year, and Undine cries out in outrage, scolding Beaver Girl for telling Asta and Sakura such top secret information so casually. But Undine seems to accept that this is just the type of person that Beaver Girl is, and she then goes on to explain to Sakura and Asta that they were brought here in order to test their magic levels, i.e. to determine which tier their magic abilities fall into. Undine then confirms that the demon who cursed Beaver Girl is none other than Megicula. By the way, I realize that Beaver Girl's real name is Loropechica, but I am not about to keep saying that over and over again. As Undine begins to explain that the Heart and Clover Kingdoms have a common goal in defeating Megicula, suddenly Beaver Girl interrupts this serious conversation in order to go water some plants, apparently. We soon learn what she means by this, as Beaver Girl suddenly begins looking at dozens if not hundreds of magical screens showing different locations within the Heart Kingdom. Sakura realizes that Beaver Girl is able to keep tabs on the entire kingdom from here using these magical screens, and she is able to control water around the entire kingdom freely, watering whatever plants and trees she thinks need to be watered and helping whatever people she believes need help. Undine then explains that Loropechica has inherited nearly all of the power from the previous princesses / queens of the Heart Kingdom, confirming that she has not lived for over 1,000 years herself, but rather that she is just one in a long line of Heart Kingdom rulers. Undine then forces Beaver Girl to change her appearance, putting more regal clothes on her, removing her glasses, and putting a large crown on her head. But to make things more confusing, Undine then calls Beaver Girl the all-knowing priestess or the omniscient priestess. Okay, wait a minute. Is this girl the queen, or a princess, or a priestess? She has been referred to as all three depending on the translation, and since she has already inherited the power passed on from the previous rulers and since she appears to be ruling the kingdom herself, it would make sense to call her a queen, but most of the translations, including the official one on Viz.com, refer to her as a princess. I don't know, I'm pretty confused about this myself, so how about this? I made a poll on my Twitter, @AnimeUproar, so that you can choose how I should refer to Loropechica from now on. Should I call her queen, princess, priestess, or Beaver Girl? Head over to my Twitter @AnimeUproar or just click the link in the description, and whichever option wins the poll is the option that I'm going to primarily use from now on. And be sure to follow me on Twitter while you're at it for future updates. Asta and Sakura wonder whether Beaver Girl's clumsiness is a result of the demon curse, but no, apparently she's always been this way. And that is interesting to say the least. I mean, she is apparently the all-knowing ruler of the Heart Kingdom and a total klutz at the same time. Undine then goes on to say something very important. She states that the Demon Megicula resides within that country. And what country, you ask? Well, the chapter then jumps to the Diamond Kingdom where Luck, Magna, and Vanessa are scouting out that rival kingdom. The same kingdom that attacked the Clover Kingdom multiple times in the past. But what they see there is stunning. The entire Diamond Kingdom army was apparently defeated by one man, a man who kind of looks like Crollo Lucifer from behind, and a man who is clearly wearing the symbol of the Spade Kingdom on his fur coat. This man from the Spade Kingdom is so strong that even Luck feels fear for the very first time, and he states outright that he does not want to fight this guy. And that is how this pretty epic chapter ends, and to be clear, we've just had a bunch of important things confirmed and a lot of key elements of the plot just came together in a big way. We have confirmation that the ruler of the Heart Kingdom has been cursed by a demon. We also have confirmation that the demon who cursed her was Megicula, the same demon who is believed to have cursed Noelle's mother. Finally, we have confirmation that Megicula is the same demon who resides within the Spade Kingdom, and we now know that the Spade Kingdom and its demonic magic will be the next major threat facing our heroes in the Black Clover story. As you'll know if you've been following this channel for a while, for a few chapters now, I have been leaning towards the idea that the Heart Kingdom characters are not the real villains, and that all of this Heart Kingdom stuff is just a world-building exercise before we get to the real next villain, Megicula and the Spade Kingdom. In this chapter, this was seemingly confirmed, and what's more, the Spade Kingdom and its soldiers have been built up to be incredibly powerful. One single dude who kinda looks like Crollo Lucifer from behind was able to defeat an entire Diamond Kingdom army. And even the constantly smiling and fight-loving Luck Voltia was utterly shook when he saw what this man can do. That is no joke. This chapter was definitely a game changer and a turning point in the Black Clover story. and we now have a much better idea of where the story is going for the foreseeable future. The next few stages of Asta's journey are most likely going to be leading up to an epic battle against the Demon Megicula and the mages of the Spade Kingdom. I predict that we will also learn a lot more about Noelle's mother, Asta Silva, and how she became cursed by the Demon Megicula. And I am still sticking with my theory that Asta Silva isn't really dead, but there is no confirmation of that as of right now. Personally, I really enjoyed this chapter and I thought that it did a lot to advance the plot. I also think that Beaver exchange is going to go down in Black Clover meme history. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the turn that the story has just taken in crystallizing the true next villain as Megicula and the Spade Kingdom? Or do you maybe feel that this sudden turn of events was too jarring? They definitely went from Gaia and Undine being villains to potential allies really quickly. Feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know, it really does help. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You can hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar for all the latest Black Clover news and updates. And of course, don't forget to vote in that Black Clover Twitter poll that I have going on right now. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons who make videos like this one possible. Special thank you to all of our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, Angel Cruz, Steelers, Poet Pablo, Atropos Wraith, Firidala Beat, Ekarot GN, Anatoly Kazatsky, DJ Nathaniel, and Alpha Dio. And I can't forget the ones that rise above all other clans. A massive thank you to all of our The One tier patrons, including Ingrata, Alolan Matty Mac, Makota-kun, and ya boy Seth. If you enjoy our videos and you think that they add some value to your life, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our patron exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.